types of testings. So coming to the types of testings in the software fields, we can say that manually what are the types of testings we are going to be performing. So coming to the topic, first we having the different types of testing. First is black box testing, white box testing, unit testing, system testing, integrational testing, acceptance testing. So first we will discuss one by one. First we will discuss about the white box testing. So white box testing is nothing but whatever the input we are giving and what output we are getting. So for that one, what we are doing in the white box testing, we are passing some information and what output we are getting. Suppose here I'm passing the information 2 comma 3. So here in the inside, what I'm doing, I'm drawing the lines like 2 lines for the 3 lines I'm drawing, I'm adding these lines, I'm getting the result as a 5. So what is happening in the inside, I can able to test it is nothing but white box testing. So inside I can able to test this one is called as a white box testing. So coming to the black box testing, so here in the black box testing, what is happening means whatever the input I'm giving and what output I'm getting. So here I'm passing the input 2 comma 3. So here I'm passing the input 2 comma 3. I'm getting the result as a 5. So what is happening in the inside? I'm not going to test it. So I'm bothering about what input I have given, what output I'm getting. So I'm concentrating on this part only. In the white box testing, what is happening in the inside also, I should know it. I should test that one also. That is nothing but white box testing. So here we are going to be performing the black box testing. So that's why black box testers is going to call as a functional testers. So here the developers is going to be testing this part. So developers is going to testing this part and testers will test this part. So testers are called as a black box testers and the developers are going to be called as a white box tester. So coming to the unit testing. So what is unit testing? Unit is a nothing but a single part of the testing is called as a unit testing. So we having the black box testing, white box testing, unit testing, integrational testing, and acceptance testing. So to perform this testing, first we have to do means first we have to draft the test cases. To perform any test cases, we have to draft the test cases. So how we are going to be draft the test cases? So in the SDLC, we have discussed about the test case development phase. So in the test case development phase, we are going to be drafting the test cases. So once the test case is drafted, then we are going to be executing the test cases. How we are going to be executing the test cases means we can perform in the test. We can execute the test case and we can check the result, what is happening and what result we are getting it. So that testing can be performed by the manually and that testing can be performed by the automation part. So here what is manual testing? So manual testing, what we are doing means manual testing is required the human interaction. So I want to performing the action. Suppose if I want to log into any application, if I want to close that browser, so what I have did, I have selected that browser and have closed that one. Suppose if I want to log into any application, this server is down today. So we will see. One open source one. Let's see the Facebook application only. I want to log into this application or I want to create this application. So what I need to do, I have to pass the information manually. I'm entering these things is nothing but a manual testing. So I'm entering the test cases. I'm clicking on sign in. I'm checking this account is already exists or not. I'm performing my actions on manual part is nothing but manual testing. Manual test require more skill of labor, means it required more time consuming. So automation which can be executed automatically. So we can perform the types of testing in the manual, we can perform the types of testing in the automations also. So first we will discuss about the types of testing. So coming to the types of testing, first we having the black box testing, in of which we are going to be checking the functionality of that application. First is the unit testing. So what mean by unit testing? Unit testing involve the components and the modules of the application. So for example, I'm having this create a new account page. So I'm going to be checking this account, this page whether I'm able to sign in this one or not. I'm having another applications uh, I'm checking if the already account is exist, it has to navigate to this page. Checking the individual components is nothing but the unit testing. Suppose if I'm checking only forgot my account, it is uh, one part, one unit testing. If I'm clicking on this cancel, it is one part of the testing. If I'm clicking on signing to the Facebook, it is one a type of unit testing. I'm not integrating all the modules. I'm checking the individual module is known as a unit testing. And next one, integrational testing. So integrational testing is nothing but I'm checking combination testing. I'm going to checking as per the combination. So once I have created the account, whether the account is already created or not, I'm checking this account is created or not. I'm creating a new account. Suppose I need to enter the phone number. If I want to create account, I need to enter the phone number. I need to enter the password and I have to click on sign in button. If once I am able to sign in this account, next what are the component I'm having here? I'm having the another component called as a, I can show you. Suppose I'm for Facebook application only. First to page create account, create a new account. Once account is created, log into the Facebook, then add a friend, then chat with friend, post images, like images. I'm having logout. So this features I'm having while using a Facebook applications. So integrational testing is nothing but I am checking from the creating of the account till the logout of this account. So one by one I'm checking this one is nothing but the integrational testing. So in the integrational testing basically we having different types of integrational testing. Top down approach, approach, bottom approach, big approach. So top down approach. So I'm having these files like login file I'm having. Suppose login, I'm having inbox page, I'm having in inbox page, I'm having post images, I'm having in post image in inbox only I'm having post images, likes images, likes images. I am having a chart window. In chart window, I am having chart with friends. Uh, I'm having 10 to 15 friends here. I'm having, so this all I'm going to be testing. Once I have login, then I'm going to top to down. Next, I will check the inbox page. In inbox page, I will check the posting images, liking images. Then I will go for the chart. In chart, whether I'm able to chart with all these 10 friends or not, I'm checking these functionality. Then I will go for the logout. So this is a top down approach. So in the top down approach, for example, the developers are one developer is working on this inbox page, and two developers are working on this page. Suppose in the post images pages, developer has not complete this like image feature is not completed, so we can't able to test this feature like images, we can't able to test this images. So what we are going to do at that time, it is going to be called as a stub. So we will skip that functionality and we will continue with the next functionalities. So we will continue with the next functionality stub, and once it was completed, we are going to be testing these functionalities in the integrational testing. So integrational testing is conducted right of the unit testing. Once the unit testing has been completed, it is going to be conducted the integrational testing. So integrational testing conduct right after the unit testing aim to identify issue, making the crop up of different module are interacting with each other or not. So we are checking the different modules are interacting with each other or not. We are going to be testing. So here we having three types of testings. One is the integrational testing, one the top-down testing, bottom approach testing, and one is big band approach testing. So bottom approach testing. So I'm checking these functionalities. Whatever the functionality is there, first I will check whether we am able to chat with one friend, I'm able to chat with the second friend, whether I'm able to chat with the third friend. uh, in the reverse order, I'm going to be testing that one. That is nothing but uh, bottom approach. Top approach means from the starting onwards I'm going to be testing. If anything is missed, that one I'm going to be testing individually. Okay. And system testing is used to test checking the functionality is meeting as per the requirement or not. So whatever the components the developer has developed, it is developed as per the requirement or not, we are going to be testing that one. And next one, acceptance testing. So in the acceptance testing, we are going to be checking the functionality, whether to accept that functionalities. So acceptance testing require the evaluation to develop the product against the business requirement, um, as a business requirement. So is that functionality is needed or not? I am going to be checking where we can say that it is a feasible testing, whether that component we are able to accept it or not, we are going to be testing that functionalities. This is comes under the four types of testings comes under the functionalities, and in the non functionalities also we can test the usability testing, whether it is non-functionality testing. What we will perform means we are going to be performing the performance, how the application is going to be performing. If number of users are increases, at that time how the application is reacting, I'm going to be testing that functionality. Usability testing, I'm going to be checking. Performance testing, I'm going to be checking. Adaptability testing, I'm going to be checking these functionalities. So mostly we are going to be working on the functional testing only. For non-functional testings, basically we are going to be there will be other developers who is going to be working on that performance side. In the performance testing, they will check how the application is performing. If number of users are increases on that particular application, how the application is reacting as per the users um, increasing, whether what is the frequency. If the frequency is low, sometimes whenever we are hearing the songs in the FM, if the frequency is slow, we will get some disturbance. When the frequency is correct only, we can able to hear it clearly. So here they are going to be testing that types of testing. Compatibility testing is nothing but uh, whether it is compatibility opening in the Chrome browser, whether it is compatibility opening in the Linux browser, whether it is compatibility opening in the Chrome browser or not, we are going to be checking that functionalities here. So these are the types of testing. So we will go back again to the system testing. So here in the basically in the unit testing is going to be done by the developers only. Integrational testing is going to be done by the QA leads. They are going to be testing, integrating the modules, whether it is performing correctly or not. So as a normal tester who is having the experience below 5, they are going to be performing the system testing. So in the system testing, we having different types of system testing. So basically, what are the different types of testings we having? We will see uh, system and acceptance testing. We combination we having here. So first one is build acceptance testing. So build, we whatever the build the developer has given, we should accept that build. Suppose the developer has developed the login page. So developer has developed the login page. So login page consisting of what functionalities we having? The login page consisting of username, password enter, like button we having, the login page containing the forgot password they having, and sign in, if already exit, sign in, if not create new account is there. So this functionality we having in the login page. So in the first what we will do means this build the developer has given. So build is nothing but whatever the source code he has developed, that source code is going to be converted into the executable code. That executable code we are going to be testing that executable code. So that source code he has written in some programming languages. That programming language, I'm least bothered about the programming language. So whenever in the executable code, I'm giving the username and I'm giving the password, I'm clicking on sign in button, whether it is sign in to my applications or not, I'm checking that one. So that's why I'm going to call it as a black box testers. So in which language they have developed, so who has developed that one, so how they have developed this application, we are least bothering about the things. We are only concentrating whenever I'm giving the correct username, whenever I'm giving the correct password, it is working fine or not, I'm going to be checking that things. So first build acceptance testing. So whatever the build they have given, I'm able to o- I'm able to enter the username, or I'm able to enter the password, whether I'm able to click on this button or not, I'm going to be testing these functionalities. Whether it is opening in my system or not, I'm checking these functionalities. So that is nothing but build acceptance testing. So build acceptance testing is also called as a smoke testing. So it is the first testing which we are going to be performing on the application. So whenever you start testing on any application, you will perform the smoke testing as a first. So why you have to perform the smoke test? So when you buy any phone, first what you will see the initial, whether the phone is able to on it, whether we can able to put the charger or not, whether it is showing in the all the predefined apps or not, we are checking that things. Similarly here also, whenever we got a build, we are going to be checking whether the build is properly installed in our environment or not. Whether, and next one, whether one can navigate to all the pages or not. So in the phone, whether I'm able to open all the applications or not, I'm going to be checking that one. Whether the all the important features are available or not. So in build, whenever we buy a phone, uh, in build some apps will be coming. Whether that apps are available or not, we will check that things. Similarly, here also we are going to be checking those things, whether the required connections are properly established or not. In some companies, it is going to be called as a smoke testing. So in interview also, they are going to be asking us what is smoke testing and what is build acceptance testing. So both are same only. If they ask as a build acceptance testing, you should say that first thing, whether it is properly installing it or not, we have to check navigating to all the pages or not, all the features are available or not, connections are proper. Whenever I'm clicking on login button, it should log in. If it is button is not working, means it is not correctly, the build is not correct. We can say that the build is not correct. We'll check whether all these features are available or not. We will test. Next type of testing is build verification testing. So build verification testing. So I'm going to be checking whether whatever the functionality he has given, whether I'm able to navigate to all that functionalities. Uh, Once we will conduct overall testing on the related build. So he has given this build. So I'm checking. I have entered the username. I have entered the password. I have clicked on sign in. It is working fine. Whenever I'm clicking on forgot password, I have forgotten that password. I have given the mail ID and click on send. It has to trigger a mail to my mailbox. So whether it is triggering a mail to my mailbox or not, I'm going to be testing that things. If I click on create a account, it has to open the creating a account page, and it is performing correctly or not. I am going to be testing that functionalities. So I'm going to be testing each and every functionality of that application. Is known as build verification testing. It is also called as a sanity testing. So basically, we are going to be checking the bugs by performing the sanity test. So if we have, suppose we got a bug. So here we are going to be checking that bug is fixed or not. So smoke testing is done. What is the mainly in interview they will ask the difference between the smoke testing and sanity testing. The smoke testing is done to ensure that the functionalities are properly working or not. I'm going to be testing. In sanity testing, we will done to check the bugs has been fixed after the build. So I have released the build. Here what happened means, so we having the build number. So first build, this is build 1, this is build 2, this is build 3. So smoke testing is going to be performed from the starting of this one till 2 to 3 builds we are going to be performed. Why we are not continuing the performance testing till the end means, what is the need? Why we need to perform? So I have checked it whether it is properly installed or not. So once it is properly installed, so I have downloaded the Facebook in my phone. So once it is installed, so every time no need to download it, and no need to check whether it is properly installed or not. So once I have checked it is properly installed, then I am going to using that applications. So no need to test that application until the end of that phone every day. No need to test that one. So here also the smoke testing is going to be performed as per the requirement. 3 to 4 builds it is going to be performing. So sanity testing is going to be performing from the second or third build till the end of the project it is going to be performing. Why it is going to be performing? So in this bill I find 5 bucks. I've reported this 5 bucks to the developer. So developer has fixed and he has given a new build uh, with fixing of this 5 bucks and newly added functionalities. So what I need to do, whether these 5 bucks are really fixed or not, I have to test that one, as well as I need to check the newly added functionality also. I need to check that one. And smoke testing is also called as a subset of acceptance testing. Sanity testing ac- is a subset of regression testing. So regression testing is nothing but continuous process, is nothing but the regression. Repetitionally task we are going to be performing is nothing but the regression testing. So smoke testing is needed a document. So smoke testing is needed a document. Sanity testing does not need any document. Why we don't need any document? Why we need document in the smoke means, so once the initialization, so I have followed some procedures to install any software. I have to follow some procedures. So I have followed that procedures. As per that procedures, I have followed it or not, I'm going to be testing that one. Okay. Smoke testing is performed by either developer or tester. So sanity testing is going to be performed 100% by the developers, so by the testers only. Smoke testing sometimes it may be stable, it may be unstable, but sanity 100% it may be stable. And smoke testing is done to measure the scalability of the system product by the performance. Here it is going to be measured uh, rational of the system product. So this one is not needed. So here what main difference in general phenomena is nothing but, if I go to the doctor for a general checkup is nothing but a smoke testing. If I go to the hospital for specific diseases, so I'm having a heart diseases, so I have going to the I'm going to checking meet the heart doctor and I'm performing the specific testing for the heart is nothing but sanity testing. And most important testing in our testing life cycle is regression testing. So regression testing. So what is mean by regression? So regression is nothing but, for example, I have tested 10 pages. In 10th page, I got a bug. So I have reported that bug to the developer. The developer has resolved that bug and he has given that new build, um, a new build, fixing of that bug. He has given a new build. So I have to check first thing. I am not going to check only that bug is fixed or not. So what I have to do, I have to check whether it is impacting me already existing functionality or not. So with the changing of this 10th page bug, it is affecting to already my previous test cases. Whatever the test cases we having, it is affected to the test cases or not. I have to test that things. So that is nothing but uh, regression testing. So what do you mean by regression testing? Is nothing but, regression testing is nothing but testing the already existing functionality which was already tested. After fixing of that bug, again I'm going to be testing that functionality is nothing but regression testing. So when we will perform this regression testing means, first thing what we will do means, we will test the functionality. This type of testing in which one will perform the testing already tested functionality again and again, I'm going to be testing this one. So why we are testing again and again means, to check the functionality. First, whenever defect is raised by the test engineer, first we have raised the defects. So after the developer has fixed that bug, and he has released the new build to the testing department. So the testing department has to check the functionality whether the defect is fixed, and it is whether it is impacting any problem already tested functionality or not. I have to test that one. Sometimes what happens, sometimes the um, developer had new features. So whenever adding a new to the existing functionality, some new changes are requested by the customer. Those new features is incorporated by the developer in the next release he has released to the testing department. So what the testing department has to do with that one, whether we are facing any issues or not, we have to test that one with the new functionalities, which is we already tested that functionality. We are facing any problem or not, we have to test that one. And testing the new features for the first time, and new uh, testing work, and testing whether it is impacting already existing functionality or not. I am going to be testing that things. That is nothing but the regression testing. So regression testing we will create in the test plans, identifying the focus. So why we have to do the um, regression testing means identifying the focuses area strategies, what testing is existed, when to exit the test case testing. So here I'm saying every time I have designed 10 pages. In 10th page, I got a bug. So what I have to do? I have to start the testing from the first page. Suppose for each page I have taken 1 day. So again, my 10 days work is going to be, uh, again, I have to rework on my 10 days work. So that's why here we are facing lot of problem in the regression testing. So again, I have to work the 10 days. So if again I got a bug, so again I have to repeat this 10 days. So when the developer is developing the new functions, when I'm going to testing that functionalities, so in the manual testing most of time is going to be wasted due to this problem, due to the regressions. That wise, avoid this manual work, we have went to the automation. In automations we are going to be creating the regression suite where we are running all our regression suite test cases. We will automate them, and we can run it n number of times as per our requirement. Next one, retesting. This retesting is nothing but I have raised a defect. That defect is fixed or not, I am going to retest that defect. That is nothing but retesting. So retesting is nothing but in which one functionality of testing we are performing, and we are going to be testing that application. Suppose I have login Facebook with my user name. So it is login with correct username, correct password. It is login. So again I am retesting with your username whether it is a login with a multiple set of data, say whether it is able to log in to that applications or not. I'm going to be checking. So here in the regression testing also we are doing partial performance testing also, we can say that we are going to be testing the multiple set of datas datas in order to conclusion that whether the functionality is working fine or not. We are checking. In the retesting we will start from the first build and continue to the last build. The regression build is going to be start from the second build, and it will be continue till the end of the build. During the regression testing only we can perform the retesting also. Next testing types of testing is alpha testing. So alpha testing is this type of testing in which will perform the user acceptance testing in our company. So we having the versions, alpha version, beta versions will be there. So alpha version, which is the company only going to be checking that functionality. So beta version is going to be released to some trial versions, we can call as a trial versions. So trial versions is they are checking if it is working fine, they will release the beta version. Static testing. So static testing is nothing but this type of testing which will performed on the applications as associated related to the factors, like I'm checking whether the functionality, the alignment for this Facebook applications only I'm using. So the alignment is properly aligned or not, the spelling is correct or not. Whenever I'm clicking on any link, this link is opening or not. Statical testing. Static testing is nothing but without performing any actions, we can say that without performing any actions we are going to be testing that applications is nothing but a statical testing. Documentation testing, code review testing, and next one is dynamatical testing. So dynamatical testing is nothing but I'm going to be checking the functionalities, like I'm entering the data here, whether I'm selecting the date as a 3, whether it is selecting the date as a 3, whether I'm selecting the month as a November, whether it is selecting the month as a November, whether I'm clicking on female, it is selecting the female or not, whether I'm entering the phone number, it is entering the phone number or not. I'm going to be testing these things. Is known as dynamatical testing. The main difference between the statical and dynamatical testing is is a standard testing which we are just checking the look and feel of the applications, and dynamatical testing is going to be testing the functionalities. So whenever I'm clicking on a login button, so it has to log into that application, whether it is logging to the applications or not. I'm clicking on link, so whether it is navigating to the particular link or not. In the drop down I'm selecting the date as a 3, whether it is selecting the date as a 3 or not, I'm checking. In the statical testing what I will do, whether the date is selected or not, I am going to be checking. Installation testing. So this type of the testing which is going to be conducted at the initial stage only to check, to set up in the environment. Mm, to set up in the environment properly, we have, suppose if I want to test the web based applications, so to test the web based applications, whether I'm able to log in, opening the browser or not, I'm going to be testing. So whether I have installed the Chrome browser version or not, I'm going to be testing that one. Next one, compatibility testing. So this type of testing in which we will uh, perform once the installation of applications is done. So I have installed Chrome browser. Whether I'm able to open my application in the Chrome browser or not, I'm going to be testing that things. And monkey testing. So this type of testing will be perform abnormal actions on the application. So unnecessary, I'm pressing the keys. So after sometimes it will say that please stop it. After sometimes it should go into the sleep mode. If I'm not performing any actions, it has to go to the sleep mode. Whenever I'm pressing unnecessary actions, it should give a alerts like that. It is a we can test that applications, whether the application is crashing at particular time, what time it is going to be crashing, we are going to be testing that type. Usability testing. So usability testing is nothing but in which one will perform the testing as a user friendly or not. So whenever I'm testing any application, it should be user friendly. So here it is giving already having a account. So if I'm having account, I will click on this one. So it is showing that you have having the already account. So you can enter the your already existing account details so that you can test it. And it should be user friendly. So it should display. So you here in this page only, it is giving a alert. So enter first name, enter surname, enter mobile name, enter password. It is giving a suggestions which is a user friendly, so that whenever I have opened this one, so okay, here I have to enter my first name, here I have to enter the surname. So I will understand this one. So whether the developer designed application is in the whether the developer designed application is user friendly or not, I am going to be testing that things. Explanatory testing. So this type of testing one will be performed with the experts. So I'm working last 10 years on the hospital domain. So I'm expert in the hospital domain. So test I can test the requirement with the without seeing the document also in basic what type of testings we need to be performed. Suppose if you are familiar with the Facebook, so every time if you will not follow the guidelines how to open the Facebook. So once you have opened, twice you have opened, seeing the guidelines, after third time onwards you will go do it by your own only. So here also the experts will going to be performing the explanatory testing. Port testing mostly we are not going to be performing this type of testing. So port testing in which one we have installer initialize the application in the customer environment. We are checking whether it is compatible with that environment or not. We are going to be testing end to end testing. So this is also important testing which we have to perform as a tester. So end to end testing. So we are going to be checking. Suppose I have logged into my banking applications. I have into my applications. I have did some transactions. I'm not able to log out it. So it is a problem. Or sometimes I'm able to log in, but I'm not able to uh, change its functionality. So this is also problem. So if I want to change functionality, it has to change the functionalities. If I want to close it, it has to close it. So we are going to be testing each scenario from the starting to the ending, that flow is correctly working or not. Suppose withdrawing the amount is there. So while I am withdrawing the amount, so once I have put the card, I have withdrawn that amount 5,000. So that 5,000 has been detected from the my total amount. So whether it is detecting the total amount or not, I need to test that one also. And security testing. So security testing is a security testing, penetration testing, vulnerability testing. This all comes under the non-functional testing. So which we as a functional tester, we are not going to be performing these types of testing. Direct URL testing. So direct URL testing is nothing but I have opened my account. Suppose I have opened my Gmail account. I have opened some account and I'm copying this one. I want to try to open this in this browser, in Opera browser. So if it is opening that directly means it is not having the security. So whenever I'm logging to my applications, what I'm giving the username and I'm giving the password, and then I'm able to log in. So direct URL should not open for me. So whether it is opening the direct URL or not, I'm going to be checking this functionality. Next, types of test, reliable, reliability testing or soak testing. This type of testing in which one will be performing testing on the application continuously for the longer time. So if I am not performing any actions on this application for a longer time, so what happen if I am using my system, if I am not performing any actions on my applications, what it will go? It will go to in a sleep mode. So whether it is going in the sleep mode or not, I have to test it. Mutational testing. So this type of testing will one in which one will be performing testing related the factors of doing some interchanging them. And this type of testing also we are not going to be performing much. And adhero testing. So adhero testing which we are going to be performing, this type of testing in which user will perform the applications in their own style and understanding the requirement very clearly. Usual this type of testing to encourage to perform. Adhero testing is nothing but as per my assumptions I'm going to be testing and I'm going to be understanding the application. So this is your style. So basically my while writing my test cases, I will follow adhero testing, like writing the positive test cases and writing the negative test cases. So this is my style. So we are going to be performing as per our requirement. And in the build acceptance testing, we are going to be performing the explanatory testing. So explanatory testing is nothing but which we are going to be, suppose I'm having a text box. In the text box, I want to uh, test the boundaries. In a text box, I am having a want to test whether the text box is entering. Suppose here we having this one only, we have seen this Facebook login only. Here I want to check whether it is it containing 1 to 31 is there or not. I want to test this one. So to test this one, what I have to do, for this is a less numbers, I can test it. I can enter 1, so it is accepting. Then I will enter 2, it is accepted. Suppose if I want to test 1 to 10,000 means, if I want to enter 1 to 10,000 means, whole day is going to be waste for me. So for that one, we are going to be validating the boundary analysis value. So what is this boundary analysis testing? It means we will use a validation. So suppose if I want to test 1 to 100. So what I will do means, first I will perform the acceptance testing. 1 plus 1, I will test it. Maximum, this is a maximum number. It has to enter. Sorry, this is a minimum number. This is a maximum number which it has to accept. So first minimum plus 1, I will do it. Minimum plus 1. Then maximum minus 1, I will do it. So maximum minus 1 is 99. Minimum plus 1 is 2, whether it is accepting, and I will do maximum plus minimum by 2. So 1 plus 10 by 2, some around some points it will come 52. I will round up this value as a 51. I will check this 51 is accepting or not. I will check this one. So it comes under the positive scenario. In the negative scenario, I will use minimum minus 1, maximum plus 1, max plus 1. So minimum minus 1, 1 minus 1, 0 we will get it. 100 plus 1, 101 we will get it. In the negative scenario, it should not accept these values. So here I am going to be checking the values like this. So first invalid minus minimum minus 1. So here my age criteria, it should accept the 18 to 56. So as per minimum minus 1 means 17. If we got 17, it is invalid. Minimum value it should accept. Minimum plus 1 it should be accept. Normalization value around 37 it should be accept. uh, maximum minus 1, maximum value it should accept. And if we have given maximum plus 1, it should give a alert messages that you have entered invalid data. So these types of testings we are going to be performing as a boundary range value analysis. So acceptance testing is a final testing where we are going to be performing as a user acceptance testing. It is going to be called as a UAT testing. So we are going to be performing the UAT testing to determine whether all the functionality has been tested or not. So we have covered all the functionalities and we have tested all the functionalities or not. We are going to be checking each and every functionalities. So that is nothing but acceptance testing. So we have discussed about four types of testing, which is called as a unit testing, integrational testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. So most of types of testings which we are going to be perform in the real time scenario is first we'll start with the smoke testing. Once the smoke testing is completed, then we will continue with the sanity testing, regression testing, retesting, compatibility testing, end-to-end testing, user acceptance testing, user acceptance testing. So I have shown you 18 types of testings, but we will not perform all that 18 types of testings, but 100% what are the types of testing basically we are going to be working is smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing, retesting, compatibility testing, acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is a final testing which we are going to be performing when the application is stable. If application is under the development, we can't perform in the acceptance testing. Okay. So these all are the types of testing. So thank you guys.